Entrepreneurs aren't born, they are made through failures, breakthroughs, and relentless hustle. Welcome to the Empowered Entrepreneur TV show. This is your host Rohit Soni, airing across 185 countries, 26 plus TV networks, 100 plus podcast stations. This is where visionaries share their unfiltered journeys, strategies, and game changing insights. Your success story starts here. This is more than just a show, it's a movement. Watch, learn, and elevate. So, hello everyone, welcome back to the Empower Entrepreneur TV show. This is your host Rohit, and today I'm with a very special guest. Her name is Jo Rawald. She's from Queen Kong Consulting, and we have a lot to cover today. We will talk about adversity, we'll talk about something that's going to inspire you to start your own work, that will inspire you to not only take the next step, but also on how to overcome problems and stuff that comes in between, right? So, in saying that, I'd like to introduce Joe here on the stage. So, Joe, could you help us a little bit more about who you are, what you have done, and how you're doing?
Hi, Rohit. Thank you so much. And I thank you very much for inviting me on your show. I have always appreciated working with you. Again, my name is Jo Rawald. I am the owner of Queen Kong Consulting. For over 25 years, we have been building companies out, now specializing more for women entrepreneurs, helping them scale with their systems, their sales, their operations, and their finances. And we've had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, that's great. Joe, could you tell us a little bit more about, like a powerful personal story that changed the way you look at leadership and sustainability? Can you share what happened back in 2002, just so that viewers can get an idea on what you overcame and how that experience shaped your philosophy about business structure?
Sure. So one of the things that we do whenever we enter a business, a new business that we're working with, is we ask the owners, if you were to be hit by a truck tomorrow, who's going to run your business? How would your business run? Would it be running successfully? Or is the core of your business really you? And I asked that because I was hit by a truck and I was out of commission for a very long time. I was working for a very large Fortune 500 company back in 2002, and I was in a company vehicle driving on the Florida Turnpike. I was hit head on by a drunk driver, which broke both my arms, both my legs, paralyzed my left eye. I was declared dead on arrival at the hospital when I arrived, and I was in a coma for several weeks. Took me about 2 years to learn how to walk and talk all over again. When I was fully recovered, I did go back into the workforce as a business consultant, helping business owners really structure their businesses properly so that the business isn't 100% dependent on them. I'm a Lean Six Sigma black belt. Lean Six Sigma is a business operations methodology that focuses on efficiency, doing things the most efficient way. If we're talking about making a business independent of anyone, really not even necessarily making a business independent of the business owner, but making the business, the autonomy of the business just fully independent of any one person. We use a lot of Lean Six Sigma methodologies, right? We want to not just structure the business in a way that is independent of itself, but we also want to do it in the most efficient manner possible. So honestly, when I ask that question, hey, if you were hit by a truck tomorrow, who's going to run your business? I ask that out of experience because I've been there, and I completely understand the importance of having all your systems in place and having someone be able to step into your role and take over, right? Having that your business not falling apart because you're gone. And Rohit, you just took a vacation, right?
Yeah.
You just went to Thailand, is that
Yes,
correct?
I was in Pattaya. Yeah.
So you understand the importance of being able to get away and enjoy your family and enjoy vacation
Yeah. I think that helps. It
without
just refreshes
without
you.
that stress.
Yeah.
Exactly. How long were you gone for?
I went for a week. I could have gone longer, but I had some other commitments that I could take care of. But yeah, if I can, I usually take these vacations. I still work. It's not that I don't work at that time. I still work. But yes, 75% of that time is just me focusing in solitude to work on my art and get better.
I love it. And so many business owners, whether they're men, whether they're women, so many business owners forget about that, right? We
Mhm.
get so engrossed in our goals and our business that we forget to take time for ourselves.
Exactly.
And
And I think
sadly,
we should give ourselves some time and we should also, reinvent ourselves because we can't be still all our life. We gotta keep improvising, keep elevating to the next level.
I agree 100%. And you're talking to someone who reinvented herself at the age of 50. So
Exactly.
I completely understand that and I love it. Because you're right, the world is constantly changing and we've got to be able to change with it.
Exactly. In saying that, Joe, let's talk about another thing that happened to you. Like you faced a stroke, a heart attack while still working. How did those moments reinforce the importance of building a business that doesn't depend on just one person, in your perspective?
So when I had my stroke in 2019, I happened to be working in Seattle at the time. I was in a project in Seattle, and I live in Miami, Florida. So I obviously couldn't, for several months, I couldn't continue to fly back and forth between Miami and Seattle. So I ended up doing a lot of work from home. Being able to work virtually is extremely important because you don't want to ever be glued to mm, one location. I I see that as a problem a lot of times too with clients that I first start working with is that they feel like they are trapped by the walls of their business, right? They feel like they have to physically be there or the business is going to fall apart. Well, this is no different. So when I had my stroke in 2019, I was able to work from home for 2 months. And same thing, I had a heart attack in 2021 when I was working in Detroit. And again, I was able to step away and be able to work from home. Now, I'm a lot like you, Rohit. When I take a vacation, I I like to stay connected, right? I don't do that because I have to. I do it because I love to. I love to still be connected with my clients. I love to still be connected with my employees. I love to still be connected with my team members and everything that's going on in the business. But I do that out of passion and love and want. I don't do that out of necessity. I don't do
Exactly.
that because I have to. And sometimes don't you feel like sometimes when you have to do something, it's harder,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's
When it's
harder
have
to
to,
do
it's
that.
pressure. When it's have to, it's pressure. Versus when it's I really want to, it's convenience because you want to. Then that's passion. So there's a big, huge difference between uh, like where you have to do it because it's pressure versus you really want to do it because it's passion.
Yeah, I do like that yeah, I mean, you've got that same hustle drive
Mhm.
that I see in a lot of successful entrepreneurs. And that's one of the things I really like about you, Rohit, is that you have that passion to excel. And it's important. You need that in business, especially in business today.
Exactly. And that keeps us going, isn't it, right?
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. In saying that, Joe, we have to run into a quick break, but when we come
Okay.
back, we'll talk about your journey and how you and other people can be benefited from your service. and how your service, and case studies of people who have worked with you and the results that they have gotten. We'll take a deeper dive on how people can connect with you. Okay. So I'll see everyone
Wonderful.
right
Thank
after
you.
this quick break. Okay. We'll see everyone
Perfect.
with this
Thank
quick
you.
break. As a coach or a consultant, your focus should be on transforming lives, not struggling to get clients. That's where my company Amplify Media comes in to help you not just scale your business, but to consistently give you the revenue that your business deserves. We actually build a done-for-you lead generation acquisition system that brings in clients consistently so that you don't have to worry about where the next client is coming in. You focus on the most important thing that is scaling your business and impacting your own coaching clients. From high impact marketing and scroll stopping content to expert funnel creation, we take your business from point A to point B with precision. Coaches and consultants worldwide trust the company. We have over 277 plus clients, case studies all around the world, help tons and tons of businesses scale. So your next level is waiting. Let's make your brand unforgettable and visit the website today. I would love to offer you a free strategy session to share with you how we can help scale your business. Thank you. So, hello
Sure.
and welcome back to the Empower Entrepreneur Show. This is your host, Rohit Soni, and here's my guest, Jo Rawald, as well. And we have discussed a lot about her journey and how she has transformed herself and how she has used those techniques in her own business. So, before we move forward, Jo, if you can share with me, what are the biggest risks entrepreneurs face when their business only works because they are working?
In my opinion, I believe that sometimes entrepreneurs get stuck in their businesses. More so they need to they need to get out of their own way. I don't know if you've ever heard that term before, but the term is get out of your own way. When I go into a new client that I'm working with, one of the roadblocks that I see is that the business owner doesn't delegate a lot. They think it's easier for them to do it themselves. They think it's easier if I just do it, it'll be easier than for me to try to explain it to someone. So not a lot of delegation is going on, which is often a problem, and it's often a way that the business owners will get stuck. Another way that I've seen business owners get stuck is there's no measurements. There's no metrics, there's no KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicators. They're they're not able to really truly measure their success or measure their downfalls. They can't move forward from that. So it's kind of like if you decide you're going to go on a diet and you're going to lose 10 pounds, right? The first thing you need a goal. Well, what is it that you want to do? I want to lose weight. How much weight do you want to lose? I want to lose 10 pounds. So, what are you going to do? You're going to get on a scale, right? You're going to see where you are right there at that moment so that you know how many pounds you have to lose. It's no different with a business owner having a goal. They have to have a goal and they have to know where they are currently. So have a measurable goal, determine where you are at that point, and then come up with a plan to decide how you're going to get to that goal. And a lot of times I see that that's missing, right? I'll see that clients, one, don't have a goal, or if they have a goal, it's not a measurable goal. When I ask them, hey, how are you going to know you're successful? I don't know. I'm just going to feel better. Well, that's not really attainable. It's not measurable. Let's give it a measurement to be able to really truly get you to your goals. Another thing that I see that in where entrepreneurs get stuck is they're not reminding themselves of that goal. Anytime I work with a client, I ask them for at least 3 goals for the upcoming week. I'll ask, okay, what are your 3 goals for this week? And when do you want to have them accomplished? Not just what your goals are, but when do you want to have this goal accomplished? And what steps do we need to take to make sure that you get to your goal? And then when that happens, I'm able to, I love to use technology. So I'm able to text them, I'm able to email them, I'm able to have it on their client chart of what reminding them what their goals are. Have you hit this milestone yet to get to your goal? I'm hugely driven on goals, hugely driven on having those metrics in place so that we can always measure where we are so we know how much further we have to go. So it's really the biggest roadblock that I see in business owners is one, they don't delegate. They try to do everything by themselves. Two, they're not really measuring their success. And three, they don't have any goals to be able to move forward.
Yeah, and without goals, nothing works out, right? You
For
gotta have,
sure.
you gotta keep
For
it going, you
sure.
gotta keep the engine going, right? In saying that, you
Absolutely.
you are a Lean Six Sigma belt, a black belt, and specialize in sales strategy, operational structure, and profit architecture. What are the four systems every business owner should put in place to create stability in their work?
One more time. What are the,
Yeah.
I missed your
So,
question.
what are the four systems every business owner should put in place to create stability in their work?
So our company goes by a framework called the Kong framework.
Mm-hmm.
Every letter in Kong represents one pillar of of a business to drive a successful business. The first pillar is having killer sales and confidence, right? Getting the work. The second pillar is operations, operational excellence, doing the work the most efficiently. The third pillar is net profit strategies, financial mindset. That's all about getting paid for the work that you got and the work that you did. And the fourth pillar is the leadership structure, right? Who's leading this team? So if you look at the four pillars, the Kong, if you look at it as four wheels on a car, they all have to be very even. You can't drive a car and one wheel is bigger than the other. So if you took a pillar, if you took each of those pillars and turned it into a wheel, you had one wheel that represented the sales and visibility of a business, the sales and marketing of a business. You had another wheel that represented the operations of the business, another wheel that represented the finances of the business, and another wheel that represented the leadership, the people of the business. All of those have to be in sync with each other, just like tires on a car. They all have to roll in sync of each other. Because if you have a lot of sales, right? If you have one wheel that's really big and then the other wheels are very small, if you have a lot of sales, but you don't have the products to sell for that, you can't meet the demands of the sales, you don't have the people to be able to fulfill those sales, you're not getting paid the money for those sales. Those tires are all small, just the one tire is very big. What's going to happen to your car? You're going to have a hard time accelerating forward, right? So we make sure that all four pillars, we make sure that all four tires are in sync with each other and they're all driving smoothly so that you can accelerate forward.
I love it. I love the technique too, right? That's pretty good. And
Thank you.
yeah, and why do you believe profit structure and operational discipline should be celebrated just as much as revenue growth?
I I can't tell you how many clients I have gone into and I've seen that yes, they're growing their sales. Maybe they're growing from $500,000 a year to $5 million a year, but they're making profit wise, they made more money when their business was only doing 500,000 as opposed to 5 million. Sometimes the more you make doesn't mean the more you spend. So I truly believe that operations and finance are core in having a profitable business. Because again, I've seen companies who are only making $500,000 profit more than when they were making more money sales wise, when their revenues were higher. So profit is really an important number to look at. A lot of times you'll hear companies or business professionals call it a top line and a bottom line. The top line is generally the sales revenues. The bottom line is generally the profits, what's actually coming home.
Mhm.
What I put the most emphasis on anytime I'm working with a client is doing things intentionally, right? If you know that your sales are going to be lower this season or this year or this quarter, if you know that your sales are going to be lower, then you have to intentionally operate leaner. You have to intentionally not spend as much. But that goes the same way with the bottom line, with profit. You have to intentionally take away money and sock away money so that it's available to you when things start to go sideways.
Mhm.
Because with any business, you're going to have up and down sales.
Mhm.
There's always a
Yeah,
seasonality,
it's
and
always
there's
going to be up and
you've got
down.
to you've got to be able to capture that. So profit is extremely important, not just the top line.
Yep, and that's important, right? Profit is what matters, right? In saying
For
that,
sure.
yeah, in saying that we have to run into another break. It's technically a last
Okay.
break. But yes, when we come back, Joe will ask you, like, we'll do a quick rapid fire with you. And on top of that, what we will do is we'll ask you one or two very important more questions on how people can work with you, right? So we'll see everyone after this quick break.
As a coach or a consultant, your focus should be on transforming lives, not struggling to get clients. That's where my company Amplify Media comes in to help you not just scale your business, but to consistently give you the revenue that your business deserves. We actually build a done-for-you lead generation acquisition system that brings in clients consistently so that you don't have to worry about where the next client is coming in. You focus on the most important thing that is scaling your business and impacting your own coaching clients. From high impact marketing and scroll stopping content to expert funnel creation, we take your business from point A to point B with precision. Coaches and consultants worldwide trust the company. We have over 277 plus clients, case studies all around the world, help tons and tons of businesses scale. So your next level is waiting. Let's make your brand unforgettable and visit the website today. I would love to offer you a free strategy session to share with you how we can help scale your business. Thank you.
So, hello everyone, welcome back to the Empowered Entrepreneur TV show. This is your host Rohit Soni, and today I have Jo Rawald with me, and this is our technically the main and last segment. So, yeah, Joe, if you could share with us how people can get in touch with you and how your coaching can help them, or any new program or masterclass coming up, could you share with us a little bit more on that?
Absolutely. This is great timing because we just launched today our Confidence to Cash Flow workshop. We're hosting a 5-day workshop where business entrepreneurs can scale their businesses. And we have a focus on the 4 pillars of every business, our Kong framework. On day number 1, we are going to focus on getting the sales, the visibility, having that confidence to go out and sell, that confidence to put yourself out there, put your business out there so that it can be seen and can be heard. Day number 2, we'll focus on operations. We'll talk about having lean operations, productivity improvements, some different time management techniques. Day number 3, we're going to go through financial mastery, and not just about your numbers, right? But about having that financial mindset, having a financial mindset of wealth, of abundance. So many times we see business entrepreneurs with a mindset of scarcity, a financial mindset of scarcity. So we really want to make sure that as many people that we can reach has that abundance financial mindset so that they can be successful financially. On day number 4, our focus is going to be on a leadership growth mindset and just some different leadership skills that you can have to improve your team morale, to be able to improve your self-regulation. It's not even just your team morale, but so many times we work with a lot of solopreneurs who really need to learn how to learn how to self-regulate their own emotions. Sometimes we're working with CEOs of 800 plus employee companies who need to learn how to delegate, who need to learn how to self-regulate themselves so that they can delegate. And on day number 5, you have an option to join our implementation day. We call it an immersion day. Just like learning a language, you're going to learn the language best when you are immersed in in a foreign country. So what we do on day number 5, that's our VIP immersion day, is that we work one-to-one with business owners on taking everything they've learned from those 4 days and really putting it in play in their business, structuring it out so that they have a 90-day growth plan and they have something solid that they can work with so that they can start seeing results immediately. So that workshop, the Confidence to Cash Flow workshop, is on April 20th to April 24th at 12 o'clock to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm working alongside a leadership mindset coach. Her name is Dr. Ashley Elderet. And the two of us have put this together, and we're really looking forward to it. We've been doing this for several months now, and she is just such a delight to work with. We've really just made a great connection working with each other.
Yeah, and I think it's partnerships, that takes it to the next level. And that just doesn't include business partnership, that also includes people working with a coach, right? Where they can partner with a coach and understand a bit more about themselves, understand how the coach can help them overcome their challenges. So anyone who's looking for the service and who's looking to learn and connect with Jo, we'll drop the link below on how you can connect with her on a quick call this week or next, whenever, we get the show out. Okay, in saying that, Jo, we have the final segment. Okay, it's a quick fire rapid round for you. So I'll just speak and then you can answer immediately, right? One habit every
Okay.
entrepreneur must develop to build a sustainable business.
Humility. I got to be honest with you, it's humility. It's and part of being humble is being grateful, but waking up every day and really truly being grateful for at least 3 things in your life, because when you're grateful, you don't have that negative, you don't feel negative, right? So being grateful and being humble both help in having a positive mindset for business. So I would say that the one habit to have is every day remind yourself of what you're grateful for.
Your favorite book?
My favorite book, the Holy Bible.
One
That
word.
is the longest, oldest book and probably the most popular book out there.
Yeah, it is. One word that defines true leadership, according to Jo.
One word that
Defines
defines
true
true
leadership.
leadership:
Yeah.
honesty.
One piece of advice you have for entrepreneurs in 2026 to succeed.
Keep hustling, never quit.
Awesome. Okay, Jo.
Never quit.
I like that because if you don't give up, you have a chance to do something better, right? But when you quit, you won't know
Absolutely.
how would it, pan out. In saying that, Jo, it has been a pleasure to have you in the show, right? Any
Thank
last thing
you.
you want to share with us before we go off here?
I'm just so excited about this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Yes, and I would love for you and everyone who's watching this show to connect with Jo, to, like and share with people who might be looking for what she does. And, like, the biggest thing that I've learned in life, Joe, is when people connect, there's an opportunity. When people don't, we don't have that opportunity, right? So it's always good to connect with coaches and consultants who are there to impact, just like Joe. So my only, suggestion to my own viewers is have a conversation, okay? And if you need help,
Thank
share with
you.
Joe. So yes, so that's a wrap to another episode of the Empower Entrepreneur TV show, everyone. So I'll see you next week, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Success isn't for the chosen few. It's for those who choose to show up, take action, and never back down. This is the Empower Entrepreneur, hosted by Rohit Soni, airing across 185 countries, 26 plus TV networks, and 100 plus podcast stations. You've heard the strategies, you've seen the mindset. Now it's time to execute. I'll see you next week, every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern. Go, build, dominate. Until next time, stay empowered.